Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for another online yoga practice. On the 1st of February, we celebrate Imbolc or St Brigid's Day, which represents the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So the little first signs of life are beginning to show. We have the snowdrops here coming out in the UK, and is a good time to start to notice the energetic shift. So although we may not be in full swing of motivation yet, we may just start to notice a little bit of creativity starting to develop, and the first seeds of initial planting of our intentions beginning to take root. So we're going to be connecting to that nurturing earth energy today, really connecting to that mothering nature and the fertility of the earth and the potential of this time. So if you have intentions you're working towards, that's great. If you don't yet, that is absolutely fine. If you're still easing out of hibernation, then maybe this space will allow those intentions to start to illuminate a little bit more. If you wanted to bring along any complementary essential oils, either rosemary oil or frankincense oil is really nice to bring on some of that floral scent and some of that rebirth energy that we could really call upon at this time of year. If you want any crystals, then Garnet, Onyx or Amethyst are really good as well for this time. I hope you have a wonderful Imbolc, and I hope you enjoy today's practice. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining me. Namaste. Okay, welcome to your Imbolc practice. So we're going to start laying down on our backs in reclined bound angle pose. So just taking a moment to get comfortable on your mat, you can bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet together. And you can just rest your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your low belly. And just let the eyes close. Scanning your body, noticing a heaviness and a connection with the earth beneath you. Noticing the temperature of the air on your skin. And just embracing the sense of grounding, the sense of connection to Mother Earth, and this feeling of being supported. You may even begin to feel the pulse of your heart with your left hand. And the low, gentle breathing with your right hand. And through today's practice, we look to pair these movements together, the grounding energy, the deep connection to the belly of Mother Earth, and at the same time opening our hearts, embracing that nurturer energy, the mothering quality, as our ideas begin to become nourished and we enable them to grow. So if you're working with a specific intention, you can bring those to the forefront of your mind now as we breathe. And if you're not sure yet, then you can start to allow space for the seeds of creativity to begin to plant. We'll just hold here for another breath in and another breath out. Now use your hands to help guide your knees through center, and we're going to hug both knees into the chest. You can take whatever grip around the shins works. And we're going to take full belly breathing, diaphragmatic breath. So as we inhale, the diaphragm contracts as the low belly expands, breathing into the diaphragm. We feel this relaxing, grounding quality as our breath sinks lower into the belly. And as we deepen the breath, we may notice a gentle massage of the digestive tract, as well as a deep release through the connective tissues of the low back, the low belly. And then you can begin to direct your breathing a little bit higher into the ribs. And at the end of the exhalation, feel your low belly hugging in, creating support through your spine. Either roll to the right hand side and press up to a seat, or you can roll along the length of the spine a few times, getting a little massage. Again, embracing that nurturing, mothering quality as you roll up with your knees bent. From here, take a hold of the outsides of the feet or the peace fingers towards the big toes, shoulders away from the ears as we lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, we begin to slide those heels forward or walk those sit bones back. Don't worry about how far forward you go, just feel that release through the backs of the legs. Let your neck soften slightly. Just take another breath in. Exhale, just give yourself a little hug. And then as we inhale, rise up. And just find a comfortable seated position, whether that's crossed legs or staying where you are. Interlace fingers behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together to really open through the chest. And then bring the fists over towards the right hip as you hug that right elbow in. You can stay there or drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder, or even turn your chin down towards your left shoulder. Softening your gaze or closing off your eyes. Exhaling, bring your chin towards your chest. Reach your fist back. Inhale, neutral spine. And then as we exhale, bring the fist over towards the left hip, left elbow in, right ear to right shoulder, or chin towards your right shoulder. Feel the heaviness through the left shoulder blade as you relax. Feel the nurturing quality through the sit bones as they ground into the earth. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, bring your head back to neutral. And then release, uncross the fingers, and we're going to roll over our shins and come onto hands and knees. And we're going to start with a thread the needle pose. So as we inhale, reach those right fingertips up. As we exhale, slide the right arm underneath the left, coming down onto the right ear, the right shoulder, relaxing. You can keep your left hand where it is or reach those left fingertips forwards, tenting the palm of the hands. Bring your left palm onto your left shoulder. Inhale, sweep those right fingertips up. As you exhale, bring your right palm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm underneath your right shoulder. Left ear to the floor. Maybe bringing the right fingertips forward to the front of the mat, tenting the palm. Bring your right palm under your right shoulder. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. And exhale, find tabletop position. Inhale into cow pose. Exhaling into cat. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. And then keeping your hips stacked over your knees, walk your hands forwards, palms shoulder width apart, releasing the forehead, chin or chest towards the floor. Or you can reach a hold for the outside edge of your yoga mat, helping to find that rotation through the shoulders. And then very gently walking your hands back, wrists under your shoulders for tabletop. And then from tabletop, bring your right toes out to the right toes facing forward, left toes can be tucked or top of the foot flat. You can stay here or you can walk your hands back, bringing your hands to your hips, or right hand to right thigh, left arm over, and eventually on your exhalation, you side stretch over towards the right into gate pose. As we inhale, come back through center, come back to tabletop, right knee underneath your right hip, and then bring your left toes out to the left toes facing forward as we exhale. Either stay here or hands to hips. Left hand to left thigh, inhale, reach up. And as we exhale, side stretch. Inhale through center. And then as we exhale, come back through tabletop, left knee underneath your left hip. You can take a round of cat-cow, inhaling into cow pose. Exhaling into cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. And then we're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to come into a toe stretch. So this is your first option. Sometimes the pinky toe needs a little bit of help. Just tucking under there, so you can use your fingers to help you. If this feels good, you can walk your hands back, sit your hips to your heels, and if this feels okay, you can come up, bringing your palms together at the center of the heart. And you should start to feel a bit of intensity here, but any sharpness or pain, back out. And if this feels good, stay where you are. Otherwise, you can bring your forearms, your palms to touch in front of you with your elbows at 90. And then as we inhale, we bring the elbows wide, lifting the chin, lifting the chest. As we exhale, forearms touch, maybe bring the chin towards your collarbone. Embracing this heart opening, this gratitude, loving embrace. Just as we flow through into Imbolc, beginning to feel gratitude, beginning to feel the light shining into the world again, the warmth radiating into the earth. We feel the warmth beginning to radiate into our heart space. Once you've finished your next exhalation, bringing the elbows together, inhale to a neutral spine, release your arms and come forward to tabletop. And this should feel really nice. Just tap out the tops of the feet. And our counter stretch is to just bring the tops of the feet flat, maybe sit the hips to the heels for a child's pose, or if this feels good, toes touching, knees together. You can tent your fingers behind your hips and then gently lift your knees up, lifting your gaze. No pain in the shins or the ankles. This should feel like a nice stretch. And then very gently bring yourself forward once more, coming into a tabletop. We're going to take a tiger pose, so really opening the heart, stretching out through those hips. We're going to bring our right leg up so it is parallel with the floor. Bend the right knee. And then reach the left hand back for the right ankle or the toes. And you can just hug that heel in towards the sit bone, challenging your balance. Otherwise, you can flex those toes or point the toes, engage through the right glute to lift that right thigh up. Push through the right hand to lift your chin, your chest, feeling the engagement of the entire back body. For 3, fixing your gaze and breathing. 2 and 1. Exhale, gently release, back to tabletop. And then as we inhale, extend your left leg back, so parallel with the floor, bending your knee, reaching your right hand back for your left ankle or your foot. You can work with just hugging that knee in, or that heel in, I should say, or lifting, engaging through the left glute. Lift your chin, lift your chest, push through that left hand. Find a fixed point of focus. Breathing. Inhaling. Exhale, gently release. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Inhale to a neutral spine, bringing your wrists slightly forwards, tucking the toes under, lift yourself up and back into downward facing dog. Bending your right knee, pressing the weight back into your left heel. And then bending your left knee, pressing the weight back into your right heel. Keep pressing your chest back to your thighs. And then pressing back to both heels. Let your head be heavy. And then when you're ready, look to the space between the hands, keeping the knees bent. Gently walk yourself to a ragdoll. Slightly different from a traditional ragdoll today, although you're welcome to take just traditional ragdoll, swaying your upper body over your lower body. Otherwise, you can bring your right toes, or the knife edge of your right foot, behind your left knee. And you can bend your left knee as much as you need to. From there, you relax your upper body over your left leg, or you can walk your hands over towards the left side, deepening the stretch through the outer right thigh. Inhale, walk your hands through center, bring your right foot under your right hip. And as you exhale, come onto the knife edge of your left foot behind your right and to the right of it. And then lower your upper body over your right leg, maybe walking your hands over towards the right. Inhale, hands through center, left foot underneath your left hip, releasing your arms heavy as you roll up the spine, one vertebrae at a time, stacking over your hips. And then when you get to the top, taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go through the nose. And then from the center of the mat, inhale, we'll sweep the arms up, interlace index finger and thumb of your left hand around your right wrist. And then as we exhale, we side stretch over towards the left with the option to bring your right toes behind your left, almost like a little curtsy through the legs, enjoying that side body stretch. Inhale, step your right foot through center, switch the cross of the wrists, and then as you exhale, side stretch over towards the right, maybe bringing your left toes just behind your right. Inhale through center. As we exhale, we're going to fold forwards. So you can bring your hands to your thighs, shins, or maybe eventually hooking the peace fingers towards the big toes, feet hips width apart. As we inhale, see if you can bring the weight forward into the toes, find a lightness in the heels with your pelvis over your knees. And then as you exhale, maybe relaxing the chin towards the shin, elbows to the side, and then slightly back behind the shins. As we inhale, we rise into a flat back, a halfway lift. And then as we exhale, we're going to step the right foot to the back of the yoga mat, dropping the right knee down. You can have those toes tucked or untucked. You can stay here, or as we inhale, we have the option to sweep those arms up, squeezing the right glute, letting the hips sink low. And if you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can bring those left fingertips to the earth or to the block on the outside of the left hip, on the right arm up and over. Or you can just bring the left forearm to the left thigh and find that side body stretch. Inhale, sweep up through both arms. As we exhale, we're going to plant those hands, tuck the toes under, and step the left foot back into downward facing dog. We'll just take a breath here. And exhale fully. Now this time, we're going to look forward and we're going to step the right foot through to the space between the hands as we drop the left knee down. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Stay there, or as we inhale, sweeping the arms up. Sinking low, squeezing the left glute. Stay there, or right fingertips to the outside of the right hip to the floor, reaching that left arm overhead. Or maybe right forearm to the right thigh. Try to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Don't let them sink forwards. As we inhale, reach up through both arms. And then as we exhale, frame the right foot. Inhale, we'll step the left foot forward to meet the right into the halfway position. And now we're going to heel toe the feet to mat width apart. Toes just off the mat, heels just on the mat as we sink the hips low, coming into a garland pose. Using the upper arms to gently press the thighs open, feeling that stretch, that release as the sit bones reach towards the earth. This is one of the more nurturing positions for the body. We feel that release through the hips. It aids and stimulates digestion, again encouraging that grounding sensation, and is really good for Imbolc when we start to feel the desire to clear away some of that stagnant energy. So try and enjoy and embrace the grounding sensations, this connection to Mother Earth. And then when you're ready, bringing either your hands forward or behind you, sit those hips down. And we're just going to come down to lay on our backs. You can use your core to help you here, or just gently roll down. Hug your knees into the chest. And then we're going to take a happy baby pose. So you can either just hug those knees in or take a hold of the outsides of the feet, outsides of the ankles as the soles of the feet gently reach up, with the option to rock from side to side. Again, embracing that nurturing quality. We start to peel away the layers of hibernation and begin to be born fresh and new. And this rebirth allows us to choose the direction in which we wish to spend our energy. Very gently hug your knees into your chest. And then when you're ready, extending your legs long, releasing into Savasana with your arms alongside the body, palms of the hands facing open. And just letting the body relax into the earth, feeling a sense of softness, of heaviness, support by the ground beneath you. Noticing how you feel through your energy body, whether there's a sense of grounding, heaviness, relaxation, or maybe more passionate and motivated, energized. And as Imbolc approaches and the spring season feels more tangible than ever, we may notice a shift in our energy, in one where the creative spark begins to illuminate. And as of this moment, we might not have clear path or clear direction. We may just start to notice the inner stirrings of life beginning to be brought forth in our mind. And as of this moment, we might not know how to spend this energy or how to plant this energy. But if we allow ourselves space, the creativity will begin to flow and the ideas will begin to nourish. And although these ideas may start as tiny little seeds of potential, as the cold earth and the soil below begins to warm, the rays of the sun begin to shine, and the power and the nourishment of our awareness begins to flood in, these seeds will begin to grow, begin to develop. And just as you would not expect the flowers in your garden to bloom overnight, neither will your intentions. But through dedication, care, and attention, these seeds too will begin to flourish. So I do invite you to please stay resting here with the thought of your intention at the forefront of your mind. If you journal, perhaps now's a good time to clarify some of those intentions, or to clarify the intention of creating space for whatever needs to rise. I really hope you have a wonderful Imbolc as the spring season starts to wake up. Otherwise, having a wonderful rest of your day as you go forward, wishing you peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. Namaste.